right into it because it looks and appears that Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard has split, okay? And it is now not a rumor. It is official according to documentation, okay? According to those court documents, she has officially filed for divorce from him. Now, just a couple of months, it probably was, okay? She was screaming, "We not gonna play about my husband. I don't play about husband." And I guess she was still keeping her alive, giving the speculations that they all were not together. Okay. I remember her even being on another live and she was like, "Shoot, I was supposed to be home by 6." Right. So I don't know what he did to her, but she is definitely saying hell no. But now we're going to listen to her defend her husband. Then we'll jump back into today's filing.
Y'all who are positive on my live, but it's like a few things that I'm not going to play with this time around. One is going to be my family and one is going to be my husband. Period. That's just not what we're gonna do at all. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. And I know I try to be the person who says like, I'm gonna ignore comments, but like, bitch, don't, no. And that's the real problem because he has let y'all get away with long enough ignoring y'all. So y'all think it's just like you could just run wild with it. But like, bitch, stop playing with me. You don't coming on somebody live talking about their husband. This is not a boyfriend. This is not a friend. This is a husband. Stop fucking playing with me. And I'm going to try to come back live maybe a couple weeks from now. But like, it's actually draining. And to say the least, I know it's a lot of positive people on here. And I know, you know, a lot of y'all comment and say like, focus on the positive, focus on the positive. But I've been doing this social media thing for a while and it is draining, and it's not draining because of y'all, the nice people. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. But some days when I think of like posting, talking about my husband or the comments that they say about him, honestly, it pisses me off. It's illegal, but this is not to the nice people. And I thank y'all, the nice people. But the people who have never met my husband, never met him, and the shit talking, just the comments, I'm a tough person. Like, they don't even bother me when y'all talk about me. But for some reason, it's so overwhelming when you have a person next to you who works so hard to provide for you and the family and is a good person and is just a fun person, just a person it bothers me. It bothers me. It does bother me. It bothers me.
And now you guys heard that she was going hard for her husband. You wouldn't have thought that there was anything going on. You would have thought they was happily in love, all right? But according to the documentation, and shout out to Tasha K for this, they are not as happy as she would like for it to be, okay? So look at this. Comes now plaintiff Amber Howard by and through the undersigned counsel and files this her complaint for divorce, respectfully showing the court as follows. Plaintiff has been resident of, and then they have the address, for at least 6 months prior to the date of filing of this complaint. Defendant Dwight Howard is the resident of, and then they have that covered, state of defendant may be served with a copy of this complaint for divorce at any location where he may be found. Plaintiff anticipates that defendant will acknowledge service, okay? Plaintiff and defendant were lawfully married on or about January 11th, 2025. It goes on to say the parties separated on or above the date of filing bona fide date of separation set date. Plaintiff is entitled to a divorce from defendant on the grounds that the marriage is irretrievable, broken, defined in the OCGA 19.5.3, and there are no prospects for the reconciliation. Further, plaintiff is entitled to the total divorce that a divorce. Plaintiff reserved the right to add additional grounds for divorce as permitted by law. There are no minor children born as issued to the marriage, and none are expected. Plaintiff asks that all real property and all personal property be divided by the court. Plaintiff asks that all marital assets and debts, if any, be distributed by the court. Plaintiff asks the courts to consider an award of periodic, lump sum, and kind alimony or any combination thereof on temporarily and permanently basis. Defendant is hereby on notice that the law of Georgia OCGA-6 provides as follows: pending final determination by the court of the right of either party to alimony, neither party shall make any substantial change in the assets of the party estate except in the course of an ordinary business affair and except for bona fide transfers for value. It says future plaintiff shows that the law of Georgia OCGA 19-5 provides as follows. With regards to transferring or disposition of property after a complaint for divorce has been filed, no transfer of property by either party except a bona fide transfer and payment of pre-existing debts shall pass title so as to avoid the vesting thereof. According to the final verdict of the juror in the case, plaintiff insists that defendant comply with the foregoing statute of all respects. Okay, it says defendant is hereby put on notice of not only the law of the state of Georgia, but also plaintiff intent to insist on full and absolutely compliance of the same by defendant. Plaintiff has incurred and will continue to incur expenses of litigation, including attorney fees, expenses, and costs, and asks that the defendant be ordered to pay these expenses a temporary and permanent basis. Wherefore, plaintiff prays that she be awarded a total divorce from defendant on the grounds set forth herein, that a standing order issue, that she be granted the additional relief herein requested on a temporary and permanent basis, and that she be granted such additional relief as the court may consider. This, the 30th day of June 2025. So she filed this not too long ago, guys. We're only at the 7th of the month. So she filed this less than 10 days ago. Yeah, what do you guys think about all of this? She was going hard for her husband, Nella, or something. She says, no, thank you. Okay, I'm good off of that. Now, you guys know the rumors that he was alleged attracted to the same sex. Okay, I don't know if it's true or false. People were screaming, girl, what are you doing here, right? And she was like, y'all don't know my husband like I do. Okay, my husband is a great man, Samantha. All right, with that being said, drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of all of this. I love your checkmates, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.